Hello Sagittarius, thank you for joining me for your love reading for the month of June 2025. Now if you've clicked on this reading by accident and you're not actually interested in love, then you're more than welcome to go check out your lifestyle read that I released for you at the start of the month instead. But for those who are staying, we are taking a look at your love energies and we're asking who is thinking about you and why. Okay, right, so your first card out is number 6, Healing Begins, which is the equivalent to the 6 of Swords in traditional tarot. So with this one, obviously healing begins. I feel that this is someone who is looking for a closure, okay? Because it's literally an individual who is peeking behind that curtain to see what's there or to see who's there. And with it saying healing begins, it's like trying to get to the truth of a situation, right? In the context of love and romance, it would be looking for a closure so that the healing process can then begin. And you have shine, which is the equivalent to the sun in traditional tarot. So you've got Aquarius energy and Leo energy coming through. That could also be someone's Venus placement as well, because the topic at hand is love. Someone's ready for a new life with this shine energy, and it's literally the sun shining from the heart chakra, which when you combine the two, healing begins and then shine, this is the process of someone's recovery, okay? Could be your recovery, could be their recovery, but it's heart healing energy, right? Mostly, I definitely do feel that either you or this individual who's in your energy is looking for some sort of closure so that they can begin the process of moving on. Okay, so there's definitely a lot of unanswered questions here that someone has, and they're looking for that sense of direction, I feel. Right, so let's take a deeper look into this energy. What's going on for who is in Sagittarius's energy, who's thinking about Sag and why? Okay, yeah. The 5 of Swords off center. So basically, either you or them, someone is wanting to know, okay, was there anyone else involved? Is there anything else that I need to know about? Okay, because the 5 of Swords, that's, when you look at the energy, it's dominion. Okay, it can indicate bullying, being in competition, that sort of thing. It can indicate someone who allowed their ego to run away from them, okay? When it's off center, it's not comfortable energy, right? Someone or something has made another person massively uncomfortable, and it's led to 1,001 questions that require 1,020 answers, okay? And then you've got the 8 of Swords. That one's also come out off center, and the 8 of Pentacles. So again, with that mental prison, someone's going round and round in their head. Well, if this is the other person, Sag, then they're going, well, was Sag involved with anyone else while we were with each other, or while Sag was dealing with me? I feel that there were more people involved here. And then we've got this energy of work and perfection and self-improvement and investment that's coming out off center, right? So there's a huge loss of interest here. Now, it's possible, Sag, that you might have lost interest in this individual if they were too paranoid, for example. Okay, the 8 of Swords energy, it is associated with paranoia under certain contexts, and this is definitely going to be the context of paranoia. So they might have pushed you away, that you might have lost interest in this individual because they were too paranoid, because they were constantly threatening. Who are you with? How long are you going to be? What were they wanting? Who's that on the phone? What's the message? Do you know what I mean? Asking too many personal questions, not giving you enough of your own personal time and space. And honestly, that is the quickest way to push anyone away. You know, never mind a Sagittarius, but certainly a Sagittarius, because you do like your freedom, not in the way that you can be free to go out and do whatever you want and you know, do wrong things. Not that kind of freedom. You just appreciate being trusted, and clearly this is the energy of an individual who has, for whatever reason, massive trust issues, and that wasn't dealt with before they became involved with you. Okay, so I don't know if this is an ongoing issue, an ongoing situation, or a situation that recently ended and now they want closure. Okay, it's almost as if whoever this is, they got with you with the expectations of you were going to get bored, or with the expectations of they were going to be cheated on. And then they've pushed and pushed and pushed, and they've pushed you so far that they've pushed you away. And then in their heads, it's like they're justifying, oh, well, I saw that one coming. Do you know what I mean? It's like that self-fulfilling prophecy here that's going on. So definitely, yes, whoever, whether it be you or them, that was doing this, definitely, yes, it's needing for them to take a closer look at. It is what is needing to be worked on. Okay, because ultimately what I'm seeing here is a lot of sabotage with all of these energies coming out like that. That's straight up sabotage every day of the week, and then sitting there going, see, I was right, see, I was right. And they weren't necessarily right at all. It's just you can only push someone so far. And that's exactly what I see going on here. Someone's been pushed far too far. They didn't do that work on themselves before they got involved in a relationship. Okay, can you tell us more about this energy, please, for Sag? What's this Five of Swords off center? Oh, okay, that's landed in my lap, but it is in the upright position. The Six of Swords, yeah. Moving on. Someone seeing the situation a lot clearer now. That's a journey, okay? The Six of Swords is a journey. So I do suspect that this was supposed to be a part of your soul journey and their soul journey, okay? Because the Six of Swords, that's all about processing everything that needs to be processed so that you can move on from it. Right? I feel that someone is now ready to move on. Someone's now ready to make peace with the emotional turmoil, the emotional problems, okay? Because it's coming out of a difficult situation, and it's things getting better. It's things getting easier. That's why it's associated with journeys. And then you've got the Six of Pentacles, which is kindness, generosity. It can indicate some sort of charitable energy, charitable work. Maybe you're incredibly charitable as a person, right? Very, very giving as a person. Would easily give someone the last pound in your pocket if they needed it, or the last dollar, whatever, in your pocket if they needed it, right? Very kind, generous energies. And I feel that it wasn't always necessarily reciprocated. Now you've also got two sixes here that have come out back to back with each other, and that can indicate some sort of achievements here that you're making, Sag. Okay, and then you've got the Knight of Wands. Yeah, Knight of Wands is a very adventurous energies. It's hope, excitement. Now, in this context, there's definitely trust issues, because the Knight of Wands is also associated with a traveller, someone who will appreciate their freedom, right? It's an adventurer. It's someone that you can't quite pin down, right? So it is possible that maybe this individual, because of their trust issues, had also some sort of control issues, right? And again, you don't vibe with that. You're not about that. You're not for that. You much prefer to just do you. And it's not in a selfish way. Okay, it's like your friends, you like to have your friends, you like to socialize with your friends. You don't want to be on the phone every 2 minutes while you're out with your friends, trying to convince the person on the other end of the line that you're not doing anything wrong. Like, that sort of thing is fucking exhausting. It is exhausting, right? Two of Pentacles, yeah. Needs to be a balance. There needs to be a give and a take. And that, I feel that that's what was missing here. What's that? Eight of Swords. Thank you. That's off center as well. The Three of Cups off center. The Nine of Swords off center. And a Queen of Cups off center. So do you see what I'm on about with these trust issues here? You've got the Nightmare card. Stress, worry, anxiety here. It's come out off center. It's like someone imagined you with another person. And I don't feel that that's what you were doing at all. Okay. Imagine you were overly nice to a server or overly polite to a server. They would sit there and glare at you and then glare at the server and go, right, what's going on between you two? Right? It's literally turning everything into a problem, everything into a drama. That there's no trust here, none. And the Three of Cups, like in the context of the Eight of Swords with the Nine of Swords, and they're all off center, that's someone imagining problems and imagining them constantly to the point where they become real in their own head, but it's not what is reality. Right? It's like them complaining about how you dress. Oh, well, who is it that you're trying to impress? Do you know what I mean? And it is controlling. It's very, very controlling. Queen of Cups off center. That's like you had to choose yourself first in this situation, Sag. You had to choose to love yourself just that little bit more, because whatever this is, it's not your fault, it's not your problem, and it's not for you to change them, heal them, right? They have to work on that themselves. Like, straight up. And the Queen of Cups off center, that's a withdrawal. That is straight up an emotional withdrawal. So you are forced to withdraw your emotions. You are forced to say, okay, I'm done. I can't live like this. I can't do this. This is enough. It's gone too far, because it's very invasive. Really, really invasive. What's that Eight of Pentacles? What's that Eight of Pentacles off center? Thank you. The Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is coming out again. Yeah, so it's possible, Sag, that you've already processed the ending of this relationship or this connection. It's very possible that you've already processed all that and you've moved on now with someone new, okay? Very, very possible. You've got this individual in the background going, see, I knew it, I was right all along, there was someone else involved. Well, from what I'm seeing here, is Sagittarius was not involved with anyone else at all while they were being accused of it. I'm seeing that is not the case. So, clearly, this is an individual who has unfortunately been cheated on quite a lot before in the past, and it's kind of in their head, it's just become accepted that everyone from here on in is going to cheat on them, and that's not the truth at all, right? And trust me, I know what being cheated on repeatedly does to people. Right? I've been there. It is not nice. It is absolutely soul destroying. But what you don't do is you don't treat the new relationships by the old relationship standards. You have to take every individual off of their own merits. You have to just let people do their thing. Let them be who they are. And give them the benefit of the doubt until they prove otherwise. Because can you imagine, I mean, Sag, you don't have to imagine because I'm seeing it in your read, but somebody being accused of cheating constantly when they've done nothing wrong, that's bad. That's just as soul destroying as the act of being cheated on does. That's every bit as soul destroying. Right? And like I said, I've been there. I've been the one that's been cheated on multiple times by multiple different people, and then I've also been the one who has been falsely accused of doing it. Right? I've seen both sides of that particular coin. I've experienced both sides. For real. And neither of them are nice. So that's the deal that we got going on here. But clearly we've got someone who is ready to move on with this shine. Do you know, it's probably this individual, Sag, who has had time to reflect. Okay, probably. That's not to say that you should take them back. That's not what I'm telling you at all, okay? We got to see how this plays out. Yeah. 2 of the same card. Okay, shine, that's the sun, and it's come out in the upright position. And then to clarify the sun, you've got the sun coming out again. And this one's coming out off center, okay? So, literally, someone here, either you or they, again, depending on which way this read is resonating, someone has still got a lot of internal work to do. Okay. I don't see you being very hopeful in this situation that they are going to stop being so accusatory, that they're going to stop being so paranoid. Yeah, you're not holding out much hope for that at all. You've got the 5 of Wands that's coming out now as well with the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. I feel that there is... See, this is where it gets a little bit weird. We do have different individuals vying for your attention, such. Okay, it doesn't matter what gender you are. Okay, it's not about your gender. We don't read the genders in tarot. Okay, it's about the energy. We've got people who are fighting over an Empress. 8 of Cups off center. You're probably not even aware that this is going on, Sag. There's indications here of you being a very high value individual, okay? Which means that when you walk into a room, you don't feel like you have to compete with everyone else that's in the room. When you walk into a room, you're just accepting other people at their level, right? That's what I mean by high value individual. You don't look down your nose at other people. There's also a very humble energy that's coming through as well, which is very warm, friendly, and inviting. So, no, I'm not seeing that you're aware that there are certain individuals here who are vying for your attention, because you're not looking at it, you're not noticing it, okay? 8 of Cups off center, that's you not noticing something. And what you're not noticing is, I want to say how much of a fantastic brilliant person you are, but also you're not noticing the amount of attention that you actually do get from other people. But again, that's just because of your friendly, warm nature there with that Empress. There's possibly also other people who are in competition with you, but you're not in competition with them, because I can see that you're just busy here doing your own thing, right? Three of Swords and the Fool. Yeah, exactly. That's someone who's moving on from the pain, moving on from the heartbreak, processing everything, ready to start a new journey with that Fool energy. Someone's ready to move on here, and the other person with that Sun coming out off center is not. There's possibly even some kind of resentments here as well, Sag, that this individual has towards you. Resenting you for being able to heal, resenting you for being able to move on. Okay. So let's take a look at how this is likely going to play out. Really quickly, before I do that though, you might have noticed that we have a box of absolutely beautiful bracelets from the very, very generous guys over at Otter Spirit. Now they've sent me more bracelets to give to you guys here on the channel, so our viewers and our subscribers, completely for free. So there is the black tourmaline, lava rock and the hematite. That's the three black ones, and they have come from Otter Spirit's protection collection. And then we've got the green jade and the citrine on this side, and these were rollovers from last month's giveaway, because 2 out of 3 people did not claim their prize, so I've had to put them 2 back in for this month's giveaway, just to keep everything fair for everyone. So all you have to do is to let me know in the comments below which one of these bracelets you would like to own, and that's it. Okay, that's your comment is your entry, and I'll be announcing the winners on June or after June the 30th on our community page. So definitely make sure that you've got your notifications switched on, because I do tag people's YouTube handles in that announcement. Okay, so if you're one of the winners, you'll get a notification that you've been mentioned on the channel. Okay, but yeah, that's it. Thank you very much to Otter Spirit for their amazing generosity. Right, so let's take a look. How is this likely going to play out? The Ace of Pentacles. Well, yeah, someone gets a brand new beginning here. Someone gets to move on, Sag, with the Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles is a seed, and that seed, it is what you make of it. Okay, you can plant it in the ground, walk away, leave it and forget all about it and let it do its own thing. Or you can plant it in the seed, you can plant it in the soil and nurture it, care for it, de-weed frequently, you know, make sure it's being given the best chance possible, right? So there's a brand new beginning here for someone, definitely. And the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups again. That's recognizing that a situation, it can go no further. So it is time to plant new seeds elsewhere and to nurture those new seeds. Look. How is likely going to play out, Sag? The resentment towards you is likely going to continue, because you've chosen you. You've chosen your healing. You've chosen to put yourself first, which is the healthy thing to do. It's the correct thing to do. It is not healthy, to go running around after everyone else and basically making sure that everyone else is okay, but then completely failing to take care of your own needs. Right, I will be right back. There's 1,000 cards have fallen on the floor. Okay, so I know that there's definitely going to be some people who are curious about the cards that landed on the floor. And there is a metaphor there, right? It's literally Sag. Whoever this is, they're going to be accusing you of just throwing everything away, right? Because remember, they are coming from a place of hurt. They are coming from a place of resentments. I've just noticed there as well, you've got the World card. Now, I don't recall that World card coming out of that other deck. So, again, confirmation that this particular cycle of dealing with this particular person, it is over, right? And the World is also a card of victory and celebration. It's like lesson learned. Okay, I'm not going to do that again, right? It's refusing to go through the same old karmic cycle, right? So that's the World. Again, I can only apologize. I do not recall that card coming out. I don't know where it's come from. The ones that landed on the floor, as I was saying, Temperance reversed, Four of Cups reversed, Chariot, Page of Pentacles, the Fool, the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Seven of Wands reversed. So unfortunately, Sag, it does indicate to me that you might have to put up with some sort of false accusations here about being involved with another person while you were dealing with this individual. There is certainly something going on with their ego where they're trying to avoid embarrassment. Okay, Temperance and the Four of Cups, and that Temperance is reversed. They are trying to avoid some sort of embarrassment. It's like they don't want to explain to their friends or to their family the real reason behind why you chose to end this particular situation or relationship. And it was because of the accusations. Like, there's only so many accusations that one person can take. And basically, they are still running with the false rhetoric, Seven of Wands reversed, that you had someone else on the side, or that you had someone else that was involved with you, with that Queen of Wands being there. Okay, so was these two. The World reversed and the Star reversed. Yeah, they're not willing to let it go. They're not willing to move on. So, unfortunately, yes, there is going to be quite a lot of push and pull from this individual until they get the message. Okay, it's done. It's done. You've moved on, Sag. It's done. There is no more making amends. That there is no bridge building here. Like, I feel that there has just been too much painful accusations, too many painful things that have been said here. Yeah. So, not a pleasant message, but someone needs to hear it. Your priority here, Sag, it needs to be on your new beginning, okay? Your priority needs to be, well, what seeds is it that you're planting and where are you planting them? Okay. Now let's get some guidance. You have some guidance for Sag, please. Also, if you're still watching, if you've managed to get this far into the reading, thank you very, very much. And I definitely would appreciate it for you to show me some love on the little clicky click buttons below. Only 43% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel. So yeah, I definitely would appreciate the support. Okay, so for your guidance, the Six of Cups off center. Guidance is don't fall into the trap of nostalgia. Don't fall into the trap of looking back on the past with rose-tinted glasses, okay? Yes, there might have been some happy memories with this individual, but you cannot let that override your decision, okay? Everyone somewhere has got happy memories with someone, but there's also this understanding of we can't go back to the past, we can't live in the past, we have to move on from the past, okay? The past is a really fickle, tricky little bugger because it can trick our brains into believing or remembering that the past was actually better than what it was, okay? That's what nostalgia can do. So just be on the lookout for that. Ace of Pentacles, yes. Again, you're getting that message out again, Sag. You have to focus on the seeds that you're planting right now. You have to focus on what is important right now. Your focus needs to be on what's going to grow, what's going to bloom, what's going to develop for you, okay? And you can only do that when you're putting yourself first. And then the Nine of Pentacles, very grounded energy, okay? So basically, keep your head on your shoulders, stay focused on what it is that you're doing, and of course the Ace to the 9 equates to the 10. So you do ultimately get what it is that you want at the end of all of this, Sag, which is your 10 of Pentacles, okay? 10 of Pentacles, that's the apex card. That's what everybody is working towards in life. It's a safe home. It's a happy, healthy family. It's people that you trust. It's a sense of belonging, okay, and safety and security, and also financial safety and security as well, because it is Pentacles energy. So ultimately you do get what it is that you want at the end of all this, Sag, if only you stay focused. Okay, that safety, that security, that sense of belonging, I'm afraid to say you're not going to get it with that individual that came out in that read. Okay, why? Because unfortunately they do still have a lot of trauma that they need to work through, and their trauma is not your trauma. It is not your job to fix someone else. They have to fix themselves. That's what they have to do for themselves, and they fucked up by bringing their own trauma into the relationship with you, right? So I don't see you doing that in your next relationship, or if you've recently just started a brand new relationship. I don't see you doing that. I don't see you bringing your trauma into the new relationship, because you've had it done to you. You know the damage that it causes, right? You're rapidly building up the 10 of Pentacles here, and that's what you need to focus on. Don't focus on the past with that 6 of Cups coming out off center, right? Okay, what else? Let's take a look at the Kipper deck. What else can you tell us for Sagittarius in love, please? And hopefully this deck's going to behave and not scatter all over the place. that was random. That's not happened to me in a very long time. Normally that happens in like Capricorn's readings, where all the cards just suddenly decide, you know, that they're all going to come out like. I've never known it to happen in your read though, Sag, so that was quite unusual. Pathway. Now this one's really specific, Sagittarius, because it indicates a process of 2 years. Like, it is really specific. So the journey that you're currently on, it's going to take 2 years to go through that particular process. You've got something beautiful that's coming in over the next coming months as well, with all of the butterflies, okay? So over the next 2 years, Sag, I do see your love life, your love energies improving and growing from strength to strength. Yeah, the book, which is knowledge and information. So it's you putting your lived experience to good use here. Bad health and privileged lady. Interesting combination. So I want to say, and it's really weird because I'm looking at this combination, and do you want to know what I heard? Manipulation. Be cautious of anybody trying to manipulate you into having you believe that they're ill, that they're sick, or anything like that, okay? Because it's likely coming from a place of manipulation. Of course, Watch your own stress levels, okay? Make sure that you're taking as best care of yourself as possible so that you don't succumb to any sort of ill health or bad health. But honestly, I feel the main message here is, if anybody tells you that they've suddenly developed an illness, I would be cautious of that. Really, really cautious of that, because it's likely going to be them trying to manipulate you, okay, into feeling sorry for them, right? Just be really, really careful of that. Right, let's take a look at some love notes. Now, obviously, I don't know where these love notes are going to be coming from. It could be coming from the person that we saw in your read already, or they could be coming from an individual that is completely new in your energies. Again, you have to use your own discernment, okay? Right. I love the way you make me laugh. So somebody is saying that you have an amazing sense of humor, and you just... They feel good when they're around you. Yeah, you're my happy place, exactly. Don't really need to say anything more about that. So someone's happy with you, Sag. Someone appreciates and loves your cheekiness and your sense of humour. Right, let's take a look at some healing messages. What else for Sag? Leadership and forefront. Okay, you have the opportunity to take the lead. It might be in work, in your personal life, or a family situation. You have the wisdom and knowledge to do what is best at this time. No more playing it safe and blending in with the pack. Shine your light and speak your truth. Yeah, so there's an opportunity here, Sag, for you to take the leadership role, and that is going to require you, you know, putting your best foot forward, yeah? Making sure that you're in a healthy place mentally so that you can take on this task of being in this leadership role, whatever that might mean specifically for you. Right, let's get some messages from the universe for you. Okay, Sag, your time is coming. Everything is coming together for you, but you must meet the universe halfway. Hold only a bright and happy vision of yourself with successful outcomes, and don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in your way, okay? So yeah, they're saying for you to focus on your positive outcome. Try not to sabotage yourself in any way, shape or form. Right, so let's take a look at one of our sarcastic decks. Now, this one is just meant to be a little bit of fun, and we're asking, what is it that we need to be grateful for today? Apparently 2 things. So the first thing is TED Talks. Okay, back in 1984, someone had the idea to bring together the biggest kick-ass experts in every field and ask them to give speeches. Wow, has it been going that long? Okay. But they decided that these smarties could only talk for 18 minutes. That's some balls, right? Now, at any time of day or night, we can go watch these talks on our computers and learn about everything. Did you know that there are people studying boredom? Yeah, it turns out that boredom isn't boring at all. Okay, so let's all be grateful for TED Talks, and also luggage with wheels. Think about all the generations of people who had to actually pick up and lug their heavy-ass suitcases or trunks or covered wagons or stone tools. And here we are rolling ours next to us like a cute little pet. It's a super good time to be alive and to have carry-ons that fit in the overhead compartment. Being grateful for modern conveniences, right? That is what I have for you guys. I genuinely hope that that reading has been helpful. If you feel that you're needing a private reading with me, then I am currently taking bookings on my website, which is phoenixkeiatarot.com. The link for that is in my description box below. And you will also find further information on Otter Spirit in my description below, along with a discount code that you can use against any Otter Spirit purchase as well. But yeah, thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.